Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday, November 9th, 2021 meeting of the Ashland Zoning Board of Appeals. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and broadcast by WACA. The town of Ashland, in response to the COVID-19 coronavirus, is currently following the guidance from the Ashland Board of Health, Massachusetts Department of Public Health, and the CDC regarding the virus and steps communities can take to prevent the spread. In accordance with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20, all public meetings are being conducted remotely. To participate remotely from a computer, please click on the link that's provided in the agenda notice, or you can call in via telephone by the telephone number also contained in the meeting agenda. First order of business will be to call the meeting to order. I, John Trefethen, am present. Nathan, you're on mute.
I Nathan Band, am present.
Hi, Stuart Siegel, I'm present.
Okay. First item on the agenda this evening, we will be going into executive session in order to discuss, consider a litigation matter pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21, subparagraph A, subparagraph 3, to consider litigation in the matter of Ashland Apartments Ltd. versus Zoning Board of Appeals of Ashland et al. Superior Court docket number 2181 CV 01840. Does someone wish to make a motion? Nathan, would you like to make the motion if you have it in front of you? Again, you're muted.
All right. I move to go into executive session pursuant to General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to consider litigation in the matter of Ashland Apartments Limited versus Zoning Board of Appeals of Ashland et al. Superior Court docket number 2181 CV 01840.
We will not be discussing the second case.
The public discussion of which will have a detrimental impact on the litigation position of the board.
Okay, is there a second?
I, Stuart Siegel, second that motion.
I, John Trefethen, vote in favor.
Nathan Band, vote in favor.
I, Stuart Siegel, vote in favor.
Very good. And the board will be coming back into open session at the conclusion of our executive session. Thank you very much. And we will now be in executive session. And Peter, if you could make the appropriate
for all other members that attend this meeting, for all the folks that attend this meeting, I'm going to put everybody in the waiting room. Once executive session is over, I will be letting them back into the open session. So please hold with us.
Good evening, and we are back in open session. Next item on the agenda, listed as number 5 on our meeting agenda, involves Ashland Woods and West Union Street in Ashland, Massachusetts, and in accordance with the comprehensive permit for the development known as Ashland Woods, within a confirmatory decision recorded with the Middlesex Registry of Deeds, Book 63067, page 110, general condition number 11 of page 13, Ashland Woods LLC is requesting the Zoning Board of Appeals consent to the assignment of the comprehensive permit to a limited dividend entity to be established by Water Street Investment Group LLC. It appears we have a number of people in the meeting room here. So if there is someone here to speak on behalf of the applicant, please step forward, identify yourself, and we will turn it over to you.
Yes, hi, my name is Mark Kablak. I'm an attorney with offices in Westboro, Massachusetts, and I'm representing Ashland Woods LLC. They were the applicant and the current owner of this project. This comprehensive permit actually dates back to 2007, so it's an older comprehensive permit, and it was modified substantially in 2013 when the permit was converted from a for sale project to a for rental project. My client has developed this property and has managed it since the 2013 timeframe. And as you mentioned, Mr. Chairman, the permit as originally issued has a requirement that the permit is not assignable. The regulations and practice has changed since that 2007 timeframe. The Department of Housing and Community Development has issued regulations which states that comprehensive permits run with the land once the project is substantially complete. However, given your condition, we wanted to introduce you to the purchaser of this project. This project is scheduled to be sold to a third party, and representatives of the purchaser, Water Street Investments, are here tonight. The attorney for the buyer is Michael Brodigan. He's on the line, and one of the principals of the buyer, Philip Baklachuk, is also on the line. And so we'd like to introduce you to them and have them answer any questions that you might have about who they are and how they plan to manage the property.
Okay, thank you. Well, perhaps we'll ask Attorney Brodigan to perhaps introduce his client and tell us a little bit about what the project will be. Well, it's not really a project anymore because it is completed, but what the plan is going forward.
Certainly. Good evening. My name is Michael Brodigan. I'm an attorney in the law firm of Brodigan and Gardner in Boston. I represent Copa Ashland Property LLC, which is the entity that will be acquiring the property. It is owned by or controlled by Philip Baklachuk, Water Street Investments. The entity is established to take title to the real estate at the closing. It will be the entity that will operate the property. Mr. Baklachuk, who has an extensive experience in the real estate industry, is with us tonight. Philip, if you could introduce yourself, that would be very helpful.
Hi, my name is Philip Baklachuk. I do want to give kudos to my partner, Ed Olkowitz. He's probably one of the rectangular boxes up at the top here. He and I are partners. We've worked together for about 10 years. We have owned probably 1,300 apartments. We've been sellers in the last couple of years, 252 units in Lowell, 180 units in Chelmsford, which was a 40B property. Under the older Teller Bonds program, 204 units in Beverly, 304 units in Milford, 23 units right here in Brighton, where I'm sitting, 328 units in Kansas City. And we are really looking forward to owning this property in in Ashland. It's a beautiful, it feels like the countryside really when you live in Boston, and we're happy to be your neighbors. And our plans for the property, honestly, the Stevens are doing a great job. We plan to keep Corcoran, the same management company, and we're just going to continue along the same lines. We're going to try to keep it full, provide customer service to the tenants that live there, and hold it for, I don't know, 5 years, maybe a little longer, and just put our money and investors' money to work, contributing to the community. The affordability component, we again have experience with 40B property in Chelmsford, and the property that we're sitting in now is an inclusionary housing through Boston, so it's not a 40B. So we're happy to participate. We're happy to be your neighbors and taxpayers, and hopefully attend meetings that we're not part of ourselves, but just participating in the town.
Very good. Nathan, Stu, any questions for Attorney K-Black, Attorney Brodigan, or Mr.
Backle-Chuck.
Well, Backle?
Or
The print is
Oakwood.
too tiny for me to read with these old eyes.
It doesn't get any easier because there's still a lot of letters. So Backle-Chuck and Olkowitz, it's just mumble it out. It's all the same.
Well, you'll note my screen just says T for my last name because it's rather long. Any questions, Nathan or Stu?
When will the sale take place?
Closing is scheduled for November 18th.
Oh,
Thank you.
so right around the corner. Now, Attorney K-Black, the motion that you would like us to make is it to waive the provision number 11 on page 13, or is it to authorize the sale to a third party and name the third party?
Yes, unless Mr. Brodigan wants to jump in to differ, I believe the motion should be to your approval or consent to the assignment of this comprehensive permit as requested.
Yes, I agree, Mark.
That sounds correct, John.
Okay.
The other thing
And
I'd like
just-
to mention, mention to the board, and I have previously discussed this with Peter, is that the project administrator for this community is Mass Housing Partnership, and they will continue to be the project administrator. So the oversight, if you will, with respect to affordability and the limited dividend entity requirements will be with that entity, Mass Housing Partnership, or MHP. And MHP has already looked at this buyer and has agreed to the assignment from their standpoint. So we're really just kind of dotting I's and crossing T's at this point.
And
Okay.
John, can I jump in from the board standpoint? I can confirm that MHP has signed off, as Attorney K-Black has mentioned.
Okay. So the motion doesn't need to.
Mr. Brodigan would like to say something, please.
Sure.
Yes, just for the record and to make sure that that it's clear, the entity that will be taking title to the property will be COPA. That's COPA, all caps, Ashland Property LLC. It's a Massachusetts limited liability company.
And should that specifically be in the motion, or is it simply enough to just approve the assignment of the comprehensive permit as requested?
I think it should be in the approval,
Okay.
so that it's specifically identified, so
So
that it
we will
goes with the
approve
record.
assignment of the comprehensive permit to COPA Ashland Properties LLC. Is that the motion that needs to be made?
Yes, it's Ashland Property LLC, not Properties.
One property. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Peter, is this a motion that the 3 board members will need to sign?
It's a minor modification.
Patient?
And I will, you know what, John, I'm gonna write up a memo to certify this. And then,
Because obviously
then-
with the closing of 9 days away, time is of the essence, so.
I can tomorrow in the office write a quick memo up and address what this motion would be. And then I'll email everybody out tomorrow afternoon that this is ready to be signed. And then obviously you can come in and sign both documents as discussed tonight.
Okay, because we obviously all would have to be able to get in there and sign it in time for the closing, which shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Okay, then, if any, after all of that, Nathan, Stu, any questions? Seems fairly
no questions.
straightforward, almost perfunctory, as it were. So does someone wish to make a motion to approve the assignment of the comprehensive permit to COPA Ashland Property LLC?
I move that we approve the assignment of the comprehensive permit to COPA Ashland Property LLC.
Okay, and Stu?
I second that motion.
I, John Trefethan, vote in favor.
Nathan Band, vote in favor.
I, Stuart Siegel, vote in favor.
Okay, does that conclude everything you gentlemen need?
Yes, I believe it does. Thank you.
Okay, well,
Thank you
you're
very much.
welcome, and good luck with managing the property. It's a nice looking property tucked into the woods there on Route 135, and wish you good luck with it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're
Take care.
welcome. Bye-bye now.
I'll be in contact with both attorneys. Not both, but I'll make sure everything kind of is smooth, is ready to go for the closing.
Thanks,
Thank you
Peter.
so much.
I
Have a
do
good day.
appreciate that.
No sweat.
Okay, now we are on to item number 6 on the agenda. We have meeting minutes for October 26, 2021 that Peter sent out recently to review, for us to review rather. Any questions, comments on the minutes?
I have no comments.
I have just one comment on line 34. The fourth word in is locust, and I believe it should be locus because the stormwater isn't engaged with locusts. It's locus, L-O-C-U-S.
I can take care of that for you, John.
That's all right. We, it's you never know. We could have an infiltration of locusts in the stormwater, but that wasn't an issue we had to deal with. Okay, with no further discussion, does somebody wish to make a motion to approve the minutes with that one amendment?
I move that the minutes for the October meeting be approved as amended.
Is there a second?
October 26th.
I, Stuart
meeting.
Siegel, second that motion.
Okay, I, John Trefethan, vote in favor.
I, Nathan Band, vote in favor.
I, Stuart Siegel, vote in favor.
Excellent, thank you very much. And Peter, good job in bringing all of our minutes up to date at this point. It was a lot of work and very much appreciated.
Okay, gentlemen.
Item number 7, staff updates and administrative matters. Anything to report?
We have one new application that was filed today, so that will be on the December hearing. And everything, that's all I got.
Okay. I was notified by Susan Roby that an individual had filed a talent bank form expressing interest in the ZBA, as well as a number of other entities or boards in town. I invited him on a very short notice because this came in yesterday to tonight's meeting if he could attend. Have not heard back. So we do have 2 openings for assistant or associate members, I should say. So we shall see. Okay, I think that then concludes all of our business for this evening. Thank everybody for adjusting your schedule. Whoops, Stu.
I just want to clarify, what time should we come in to sign documents, Peter?
I would say anytime. Let me. 1 minute, Stu. If you get me anytime in the late afternoon, I should be able to get stuff done.
After 3?
Anytime after 4 o'clock would be great.
And
We're open till 7 tomorrow.
okay to come in on Friday, even though town hall is closed for business, is to sign?
Yes, I plan to be
Okay.
in the office tomorrow. I plan to be in the office on Friday.
Okay, very good. So, someone wish to make a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Seconded?
I
I'm going to
that
second the motion.
motion.
I can't second a motion. I, John Trefethan, vote in favor.
I'm Nathan Band, vote in favor.
I, Stuart Siegel, vote in favor.
Not a big deal.
Excellent.
We took care of it. You're all set. You're off the hook tonight.
WACA, thank you very much and good
Good night.
evening.